210. Hey guys, it's Natasha with Nothing Two Time Podcast. Thank you to VodPod Media for hosting, housing, producing, and to Latina Podcast Network, the biggest Latino podcast network in the world. So make sure that you listen. If you're watching this, go to Spotify and Apple and listen. If you're listening, go to podcast. Anyway, watch it. Just follow me, okay? Thank you so much.
You know what I'm saying.
Watch it, listen, love it, share it. Thank you so much. All right, so I have really cool guests today. I'm super excited. So please introduce yourself.
What's up, y'all? LMD, Shelly Lares.
Yes.
What's happening? El Gallo des here. What's cracking?
Yeah. What's cracking lacking? All right. So, okay. I don't even know where to start. I'm so excited. Okay.
There's so much to talk about.
I know.
Yes.
Okay. So for people that don't know, I can't imagine y'all not knowing, but who Shelly Lares is, legend. Literally
Thank you.
40 years in the game. Is still running the game.
Thank you. A lot has changed since the last time you and I chatted.
Oh,
I mean, a lot of amazing things, So,
Yeah.
I mean, now I'm concentrating on my Shell Shock Records 3 label. Now my first exclusive artist, El Gallo des. It's just been amazing. God has been sending us some amazing blessings, and I'm just ready for the world to hear his voice. That's what I'm ready for. Not that they haven't already on his TikTok, y'all, but
el TikTok,
Yeah, tiki-taki.
We're excited. We're really excited. We want to thank the fans that have already embraced him in my Tejano community.
It's me. I'm
we've
one
been,
of the fans.
Yeah, we've been, man, Tejano fans, y'all never disappoint me.
Yes.
Never disappoint me. And I'm not going to bring you anything that isn't, top notch.
It's true.
So
it's true. You're known for that. That's why they call you Little Miss Dynamite.
That
you don't
because,
play.
Yeah, I don't mess around. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll kick you in the shin. Yeah. Or whatever I can reach.
I know, yeah.
Right? Wait, how tall are you? Just to
I'm 5 feet. I know people think I'm shorter, but I guess when you're on stage, you look taller, and when you have heels on.
Oh yeah.
And then you get off and they're like, "Oh, you're short." I'm
just
like,
keep
"Yeah, I
thinking.
just came off an 8-foot stage, guys."
Yeah.
Now, when I met El Gallo, I was like, "Dude, you're gonna make my my neck hurts after I spend the weekend with him, like going on, radio tours." I'm like, "Can you come down for a minute?
Yeah, can you just sit?"
Because he's really tall.
It was funny, dude. When I got out of the airport, she got out of the car, and then we were still a ways away from each other. And she goes, "Damn, dude, you're tall." I was like, "Yeah." But man, Little Miss Dynamite. She lives up to the name. I see her yelling at me. She's like, "Yeah, food, don't get it twisted."
Yeah, he's seen me in action.
I've seen her in action.
Yeah, he has.
But
I've only seen you a couple of times behind the scenes, and I'm like, I'm just gonna stay out of the way.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, yes, I'm here. Nice to see you. Yeah.
I guess I just, I'm a perfectionist, and the thing is whoever I'm working with, aside from my own career, I want them to shine.
Yeah.
And I want it to be right for them.
Yeah.
So that's why, and again, people don't forget that I've been on that side where, sound doesn't work, and it happens. But, the sound's not right, and, or somebody's just not doing their job. Yeah, I can't do it.
Do your job, dude.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't either. People are like, "You're too nice." And I'm like,
I don't know.
I am
Define nice.
Yeah, I am. I'm very nice. But in a professional setting, and when it comes to my businesses, I'm a whole different person.
That's what I tell people.
Yeah.
I'm two different personas. Yeah. I'm Shell and I'm Shelly. And Shell's a little more chill.
Yeah.
Shelly, that's a different thing.
Yeah, I'm like, hey,
for sure.
Go. You know your job, do your shit. Let's
for
go.
sure. That's right.
I mean, that's your name being represented there.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
For sure. So what does it feel like to be the first artist?
It's a trip, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been saying it everywhere. I'm still in disbelief that I'm even walking this path. I never thought that I'd be doing this at all. It's a path that I never thought I would be able to even continue because I had let go of it. I thought it was a dream that was disbanded forever.
Yeah.
And God really put Shelly in my path, and she's really took me under her wing and has been teaching me everything. I mean, I knew that I was, I knew this much, and then she showed me a whole new world of things that I did not know, and I was like, holy crap, man.
Including genre and artists and stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane, but he's just been a huge blessing to me, and like he said, I mean, our paths were just meant to be together.
Yeah.
But I do want him to learn. I want him to know every element that goes into being an artist, not just the singing and performing.
Yeah.
Or, social media. I mean, there's a lot of elements that go into what we do.
Yeah.
And if you want to make a living at it anyway, and if you want to be successful and have longevity and stamina, then it takes looking at things in a different perspective, especially business.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Business is always first.
It's a whole nother side.
Yeah.
So give me some history on you. Like, who are you? how did you start? Why did you give up? You said you gave up.
Yeah.
Okay, all of that.
Yeah, so I mean,
in 30 seconds or less. No, I'm kidding.
Speedy Gonzalez there right now. I'm gonna bring out the real Mexican.
He's gonna be cousin Slowpoke.
I know. No, well, I mean, I grew up around a mariachi, oriented family. That was the family business was mariachi. And I grew up in that, singing with my dad, gigging with him, doing mariachi. So that's pretty much all I knew genre-wise. And I grew up doing that all the way up until I was around 17 years old. After that, I went into the military when I was around 21 and a half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Thank
after
you for your
that,
service.
I appreciate you. Then I had my first son, Isaiah. And so after that happened, those two things happened, I was like, oh, this singing stuff probably won't happen. I did have a chance to go to El DF in Mexico City, and I sang for Eduardo Magallanes, and I sang with Manuela Torres, Angelica Maria, Fernando de la Morra. And Juan Gabriel's management had taken a look at me at that time.
Wow.
But again, I had my firstborn, and I didn't want to miss, raising him and those memories and stuff. I wasn't mature at the time to kind of handle this situation yet. Mm-hmm. So I kind of took a left turn from that, did the military life, and then I had my youngest now. So now I have two. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, this is not going to happen. So I gave up on it, gave up on singing. And then finally my wife pushed me into putting up videos on TikTok because I was like, whatever. What was whatever about it. So I put up a video of my son and it went viral. I was singing Adios Amor, and next thing I know, Lexi Rodriguez, a mutual friend of ours, hits me up. She's like, hey, I have someone that might want to talk to you. Yeah. And Shelly's like, hey, man, you know who I am? And I was like, no, I don't. And she's like, Google me.
You didn't know who she was?
I didn't know
He didn't know Tejano at all. He didn't even really know the word, basically.
I didn't. So, like, the only person I was familiar with.
Isn't that crazy? I mean, California, we've performed there many times.
No, I just gasped in Spanish.
Yeah. It's a trip. So, I was really the only genres I was familiar with in California was mariachi, lowrider oldies, and like some jazz, like crooner stuff, So I wasn't even really too familiar with hip hop or rap, other than like Tupac and Nate Dogg and like the big ones. Yeah. But other than that, I wasn't too hip with anything else. The only Tejana I knew was Selena, but even I told her, I was like, I didn't even know that she was in the Tejano genre. I didn't know her as Tejano, So when I met her and I looked her up on Google after our conversation, I looked at my girl. I was like, I messed up, bro.
It's like, oh, shit.
I pooped on the cake on this one.
No.
And no, I mean, I realized that her stature in the business and the industry, and I was like, oh, this is real. Yeah. This is real. If she's contacting me, then this is taking a turn for reality. I had to take this seriously. And, she started telling me, do you want to be a recording artist? Do you want to do original music, or do you want to just be a cover artist and do it on TikTok? That's fine. It's whatever. But, I'm looking at this in the more serious aspect if you want to do it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, hell yeah, I want to do it. Mm-hmm. So she put me to the test. She asked me to write some music. And, I mean, our chemistry took off like that. She handed me music. I wrote it back in a minute. It was just going back and forth.
The first song I gave him was a country song.
Yeah.
And he had never written country music.
You
I had done a country arrangement. I have a lot of arrangements in their entirety that do not have melody and lyrics. It's just I compose music. Now at this stage of my writing, it's weird. I used to start with melody, then music. Mm-hmm. Now I'm doing like all of the music, like as if it's an instrumental. Oh, that's how I write. And I was like, oh, okay. I asked him, have you done writing? And because it's important to me. I like to get artists to start getting into that because, nobody really tells a story other than the person, really writing. Very few iconic people have been able to tell other people's stories, but he's like, yeah, a little bit. And I'm like, well, I'm going to send you a song. It's country. Yeah. And he's like, I go, have you ever written country? He's like, no. And so he sent it to me the same day. What? And was singing it, and it sounded great.
Yeah, and I was like,
I forgot which one it was. I got to go back and look at it because now we've written so much. It's
we wrote a lot. Yeah, she's like, okay, look at this song. And I'm like, which one was it? Do you remember what it was called?
I know.
I got to look back in emails and stuff. But
because he's great with Spanish lyrics, and Spanish especially because I suck at writing Spanish lyric.
And she brought that out in me too because I'd written some Spanish lyrics like messing around. Yeah. But she asked me to when Rogando por tu Amor, when she asked me to write to that one, which she dreamt that up and hit me up at like 3 a.m. She was like, "Hey, dude, I dreamt you singing this. If you can write something,
I really
this would
did.
be badass." And I was like, "All right." And I heard it. I was like, "Oh, this is mariachi bolero, dude. This is right up my alley."
Yeah.
Started writing immediately, and she was like, "This is it, dude. How about Tejano? Can you do Tejano?" And I was like, "Oh my god,
like,
I
what is
can't
that?
fail her." No, I was, because by that time she had, introduced me to Sunny Osuna and Lil Joe.
Yeah, I started
and,
sending him a lot of the iconic Tejano artists.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I
started
knew that
falling
he
in love
loved
with them, for
oldies
real.
also, and he likes the brass, orchestra sound.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, and I'm teaching him the different styles of Tejano, because there's a lot of different styles. So I started sending him. I started from the beginning, where I started with the orquesta. Agustin Ramirez, Little Joe, Ruben Ramos, and he was like, Sonny Osuna, I love him. He's our icon. He goes, and he does oldies. I said, yeah, they do oldies too, But now I just wanted him to see how it all has come from then to now, and just to show him that we are a genre that we can do any genre we want to. We can implement anything into what we do, and fans are gonna love it, because we listen to everything.
Yep.
Especially here in Texas, San Antonio especially, we're very diverse musically, and that's what he was like. I said, because if you go into mariachi, that's great if that's what you love, but you're not gonna be able to throw in a country song somewhere,
Yeah.
or a rock song. You can, but they're gonna be like throwing cans at you. But or vice versa, But now I think music has come a long way. I think music is finally blending the way that I was always hoping it would. So that's the goal for him, is I really want to tap into everything that speaks to him, but I haven't given him anything that he can't do. It's weird. Like any style of music, he's able to do it and do it well.
I haven't done like throat singing yet, or nothing like that yet.
He's even rapped. He has a song that he wrote that he rapped.
Yeah.
Wait, in Spanish, English?
It was in
English.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he's done that.
I need to hear that.
Oh,
Right now. No.
Right.
I don't know if I can do the freestyling one.
No,
We said
but-
mariachi, but
Right. But back to Rogando por tu Amor,
Yeah.
when he told me, no, I would really like to do this as, be an artist. Because if he would have told me, I want to be an influencer and I want to just do cover songs, there's nothing wrong with that.
Sure.
But I wanted to ask first.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to force an artist to do something that that doesn't speak to them.
Yeah.
So he was like, no, I want to. So I mean, whenever I work with an artist, it's any artist that I produce, I become very obsessive with their voices. I really want to know what their habits are, whether they're good or bad habits. I want to know their tones. I want to know their textures, because that really has a lot to do with my arrangements. And so like I was watching all his TikTok videos from back before, and I just started, hearing, and then I went to sleep and I dreamt about Rogando por tu Amor. I had the entire arrangement in my dream, which was a mariachi bolero. I had the melody, but I couldn't hear words, right? So that's when, like he said, I called him at like 3 a.m. and I'm like, I have this arrangement. And so I got out of bed and I got on my keyboard and I started recording an arrangement. And I hummed the melody, da, da, da. Well, actually, the melody was a little different. But, da, 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 da. I go, just please stick to the flow of my melody with your lyrics. It's very important. And that's another part of my songwriting that I'm really starting to teach him about formatting, about the flow, about different textures of instruments to use, different voicing to use on instruments. And that's where we're at. But he wrote it the same day, same thing, sent it back. And I'm like, there it is.
Dang.
And then I kept, then I heard it in a Tejano ranchera, progressive Tejano. And I was like, oh man, Tejano fans would love this song. I already know it. So that's when I said, I'm going to make it a Tejano version. And he's like, okay.
I was
Well,
nervous,
he sounded
man.
excited. He didn't sound like doubtful. And I mean, I'm not going to give him anything that I didn't think he could do. I knew he was going to naturally be able to do it, And the melody of the chorus actually was different. The way that I wrote it, da, 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 right? And he did da, 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 right? But I couldn't get that da, 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 out of my head, so I made it part of the intro of the Tejano version. So that's how the song starts. Bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. So I kept that, but I kept his part too.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you meshed it.
Yeah, I meshed it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that because I feel like as a producer and as somebody who's very like picky, you could have been like, no, it's just my way.
I
Fix
know.
it.
Do
But
it
you
again.
didn't.
Right.
But you didn't. That's awesome. That
Yeah,
says a lot
and
about
it came
you.
out and it came out great. You know,
Yeah.
it came out so great. Now fans are like, okay, what's next? You know, Tejano fans are like,
They're hungry.
they're anxious to know what he's coming up
ready.
with. We have a really, but Rogando, I don't know. I mean, I think he should sing a little for you.
Do it.
All right.
Come on, go. Okay.
Me too.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
Ahí les va, pues.
Okay.
Dime que tú vas a volver y que me has perdonado, porque yo sí te sigo amando. Dime que te vas a volver y que me has perdonado, porque yo sí te sigo amando.
That's the end of our episode.
That's the
Thank
live
you so
version.
much. No.
En vivo.
That's all I wanted. No.
I know.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much.
I love your voice. And okay, for people that don't know, a lot of y'all probably don't know because I feel like there's a select amount of people at the event.
Right.
What was the name of the event? I'm sorry.
The event was called Fiesta Latina Música Sin Fronteras. I know it's a tongue twister.
What she
but
said.
Yeah.
So that was actually put on by you and Alicia.
That was Alicia C's baby.
Okay.
I'll be honest. That was her baby that she always had this dream. And Alicia C is another artist that I'm producing.
Amazing.
And her EP is getting ready to drop, y'all. And
Yes.
I'm not just because I produced it, but I'm so proud of her. She just made me so proud.
Yes. I love her.
It was her dream to sing in a theater. Mm-hmm. And her partner Mary, who is also one of my, on my team, she and I do a lot of video production of Black Sheep Creation, and LMD Productions. We work together. She's like, well, let's do it. She told her, they got the Joe Long Theater here in San Antonio, and they wanted to have 4 artists, including 3 other artists with Alicia C. So of course it was El Gallo Des, Annika, who's another artist I produce.
Also amazing.
And Angel Jimenez kicked off the show. Who she won Tengo Talento Mucho Talento contest. I mean, a beautiful girl, beautiful singer, and she killed it, man. She opened that show strong. And now I actually didn't when the show came out, I hadn't worked with her yet, but I wound up producing her vocally on her new single, which is a cumbia. So she had never sang anything other than mariachi also.
Really?
So Jose Rosario, my musical partner as well, that I write with, he wrote a song for her, and he sent it to me, and he's like, I think she needs you in the studio to vocally produce her. And so I did. And so I produced all 4 artists that were on the show.
And they're all amazing.
And they're all amazing in their own right. They're so unique. Starting with Angel, just her beautiful, strong voice and her performance. I was backstage, but I got to watch videos, and I was like, dang, she killed it. And then Annika, who is also sings beautiful mariachi, but her R&B, oh
my God.
Lord. She did Tennessee Whiskey and I'd Rather Go Blind. And then, of course, El Gallo Des came out, did Adios Amor. He did an amazing bolero that was like a classic bolero that hadn't been done in a very long time. And then he turned around and did Michael Bublé, Feeling Good.
Look.
I know.
Look.
That was just...
Y'all out there, I don't even care. Don't at me, come at me. I
think you should sing it.
I don't care. Look, I've told people since then, I'm like, this guy sings Michael Bublé better than Michael Bublé.
Oh,
I think you should sing
thank
it.
You.
Please sing.
Yeah?
Please. Oh my
Órale,
God, please.
That was a dream of mine, by the way, to sing "Feeling Good" with like a brass and big band.
Yeah,
And
because musically it was Mariachi Campanas de America. So it was a 10-piece mariachi. And then it was my band, who we had like 6 guys, and then a 4-piece brass section of La 45.
But they sounded like a 10-piece.
Yeah, I mean,
band.
and
They
Michael
sounded
Bublé, you're
badass.
talking that's 10 piece, like you said, orchestra, and it was 4 guys. I mean, hello, they killed it too.
And
La 45.
Everybody just stopped what they were doing. Everybody watched, and then not one person was sitting after that. All standing ovation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the entire
man,
place.
I was
a
back there
badass
crying.
feeling.
I had
I really
goosebumps.
was. I was crying.
It was such a cool feeling, man.
It was. Okay, please go.
Okay.
Yes.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, You know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
When I was rehearsing, because you know it was a lot of work, because I was a musical director of the show.
Yes.
And so I was very strategic with how I wanted the flow of the show to go. And I remember when I met with the engineer at the Joe Long Theater, and I was going through where I needed the risers to be and everything, how it was set up. And I said, okay, I'm gonna have a 10-piece, mariachi, and his eyes got big, and I go, and then I have a band, and then he's like, looking at me, and I wound up doing what we talked about at the beginning of the show. I'm like, it's just got to be like this, just, you have to trust me. The only moving parts are gonna be the musicians getting on and off the stage, but it just came out beautifully.
It was,
and I was so proud of all of the artists and all of the musicians that did it, and so the show will be going on the road. It will be coming to a town near you, hopefully. I know already we have Dallas and Houston in the Valley, and actually West Texas too, in Lubbock area. They want the show, so I'm gonna try to get that going. Hopefully, maybe by next year.
Yeah,
I think by next year we'll be able to do another show. But it was a big success, and Alicia was so emotional, so happy, and that's what I wanted for her. I wanted her to have her moment. And I wanted all of them to have it, because the theater here in San Antonio is a very historical theater. It used to be for colored people only and colored entertainers. And so a lot of his heroes were on that very stage.
Dizzy Gillespie,
Etta James,
yeah, all of that. I was like, man, I got teary-eyed when I first got to stand up there and like read the history of it, because I was like, wow, I get to stand in the same place they once stood. It was a trip. It was super awesome, and the way they preserved it too.
Yeah,
they just built around it in order to not kind of mess with the history of it. So it was an honor to be able to stand in the same places as the greats.
And then you get a standing ovation.
And I got
What does that feel like? What does that feel like?
It was, oh man, I felt so special. I was super thankful, man, that I got so much love. Yeah. Really, I'm super thankful to all the people that support me, and man, thank you for having me on here and showing me love.
So on the album, we are touching on that style of music.
Yes,
like Feeling Good with the big band orchestra stuff. Because
have you recorded that already?
We're writing it right now. We're actually finishing up the writing for it.
Be there?
Huh? Oh yeah. I'll let you know when we're in the studio. You can come by. But when we were working on Feeling Good, because I had to have so many different rehearsals, I had to really juggle everyone's schedules. And then I had a couple of musicians that were from out of town. So, but when I was working with La 45 and I initially showed them David's voice, they were like, oh my God, we can't wait to meet him. And I have it on video where we do the first round of Feeling Good, and he starts singing, and I happen to pan over to the guys, and they're looking at him like little schoolgirls, like, oh my God. And then they forget to play. I'm like, guys, you got to play the song, man. But no, they're going to be actually on so far two of the tracks for his new album. The new song that we'll be releasing in the Tejano is cumbia, and it's very raza cumbia. It's very with brass, and it's very our culture. And then of course with the big band song that I had written a while back. It's a song called Don't, and I initially wanted it for a female. And I pitched it to a couple of women in the industry. It just, I guess we just never really got it going. And then I met David, and I was like, dude, and I heard him do Michael Bublé, and I said, I have a song that is along the lines, the same, type of song. And I sang it to him. I said, but I don't have all the lyrics yet. I have the melody. And I think you wrote it. You wrote it back on the way back from our Houston.
We wrote 2 songs.
I think we wrote 2 songs on the way back from Houston. Yeah, because once we start, I start showing him ideas, and we just our chemistry is incredible, and you don't really find that either.
Right.
It's really hard to find a co-writer that really.
Well,
and
even in business, it's hard to find somebody that you click with so well.
Exactly. Jose Rosario is my other one, and he's my go-to also for Spanish, and he's been writing beautiful music forever, and so I lean on him a lot, and today actually he and David are going to be kind of going over some lyrics, making sure that things are good, and so, but no, they're my two writing partners at this point. That. Yeah.
So how much time would you say that you dedicate to your music now?
Me, like 100%, basically.
You moved from California to Texas.
Welcome to Texas.
Thank you. Yeah, coming from Cali to Texas, we had planned to come later on this year, but I kind of just, the way things were moving musically, I kind of just said,
because we didn't talk about signing. We didn't talk about signing this soon. This is what I'm saying. My things started, really developing for my studio, and then for David and I, I finally told my team, and I was like, look, I want to sign him. I'm ready to take that leap of faith and just sign him, because really at this point you're truly, I'm just truly investing in his talent and who he is as a man as well, because I don't care how talented you are. If your character is questionable, I won't work with you. I just won't. And that's what really sold me on him first. As I looked at his TikTok, and I saw that he's a good father, and he's so involved with his family. He's a family man, very humble, very grateful. I was like, and then that's his talent is just like a cherry on top of that. So I knew I wanted to work with him, and I told my attorney, I said, I need to get a contract going, because I want to sign him. I want him to be my first artist.
So. And I was so grateful, because like I said, I didn't plan on doing this ever again. So when she even talked to me about doing music originally, and then I pinned it on my TikTok where I heard my name on the radio, and the song on the first time on the radio, hearing all that, because I always held something dearly to me was hearing Bruno Mars, when he made it for the first time, he was driving in his Honda Civic in Inglewood, and he heard his song play, and his name here on the radio was when he knew that that's what he needed to do, and he needed to focus his time on. So when I heard that, I was like, this is time where I need to make sacrifices, and these sacrifices are what's going to mold if this is what I'm going to do seriously for the rest of my life, or if it's going to be a short-term thing. And Shelly has put so much out there for me, and gone so just taking such a risk on me, not knowing me and being in another state, that I felt it was only right for me to take that same, leap of faith as well. So I was like, let's take it seriously and move over there. And, I'm going to go head first into this and throw myself into it, and just whatever she teaches me and tells me what to do, then she's been doing this for 40 years, man. She's not going to steer me wrong. So, every step of the way, I'm just listening to everything she has to do, she tells me to do. And everything's been moving so fast, and the most, and we're still in the
beginning. We're in the very beginning, mind you. We've only recorded one song.
So.
And so there's a lot of music to be created, which we're doing today. Later on, there's a lot of music to be created, and the music industry is, you don't know. Nothing is guaranteed. I guess really nothing in life is guaranteed anyway. It really isn't. But I just want him to enjoy his firsts. Like he said, recording his song, doing his first photo shoot, doing his first video, hearing his name on the radio or his song on the radio for the first time, walking into the radio station for the first time. It was weird, because I walked in, I've been in those radio stations 100 times in my career, and I see him, and he's like filming, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot, this is his first time. So it was happy he was having his moments.
I was going to say record everything.
Oh, I do. I'm like a soccer mom.
He is.
Look, Mom.
No, he's really good with it. That's one thing he's good at. You guys are both good at, is your content. I suck at it. I'm so sorry. But even though I've been in the music industry, for 40 years, yes, I'm bringing a lot of my experiences in to coach him and teach him and mentor him. But I'm also learning this side as a record label owner, CEO. Producing is not new to me, but I'm saying that side is different. So I'm having to surround myself with people that know more than me in that area. And now I'm learning at the same time. So he's taking a chance on me as well, if you think about it.
No, it
really does go both ways. I
feel it seems like it's a perfect mashup.
Oh,
and I believe that the universe, God, whatever
it's
you
divine
believe in,
intervention.
puts
Yeah.
people together at the right time, at the right place, and when things are easy and they're happening fast.
If I were
it's
to
'cause
tell
it
you
it's
how
meant to
everything
be.
is coming together, you'd
Yeah.
be like, what?
Whoa.
I was sharing some stories with David in the car on the way over here. I just hired my first engineer at my studio. So how I met him, I'm in the part of San Antonio it's called the Palm Heights area, and so I was at a party with Jose Rosario. It was at a home, and he's like, I want you to meet this artist. His name is Jay Vera, and he's great. And so I start talking to Jay, and he's like picking my brain with all kinds of questions, and I'm answering his question. Come to find out, his aunt was my Providence. I went to an all girls Catholic school, so our sisterhood is forever.
Yeah.
So she was one of my Providence sisters. She was in my class. She was one of my friends.
Oh, wow.
And that was his aunt. And then he went to Holy Cross, where my brother-in-law teaches. My brother-in-law was his teacher.
Oh, wow.
And then he's like, well, can you go to my session tomorrow? I'm working with my producer, Dan. And I'm like, sure. I go, well, where's it at? He goes, and he told me the street. I said, dude, my studio's on that street. I'm like, he's 4 blocks down from me on the same street.
Oh, wow.
So I walk into Dan's house, mom and dad's house. And I know his mom and dad since I was 11 or 12 because they had a band called Infinity Band that I would do gigs with the band that I was with.
Yeah.
I've known them forever, and that's their son.
Oh, wow.
And I'm telling you. And then Jay goes to my studio, and there's a school behind my place. He's like, I went to elementary there.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, I'm telling you, it's like,
yeah.
it's just, it's not by coincidence.
No. I don't feel like anything is.
So
honestly.
it's the same
Nothing.
thing, with David and I mean, it took one person to help us out and make us connect. Lexi was really a big part of that.
Yeah,
and I
Lexi's
thank her for that.
awesome.
But that too, that day that she sent me David's videos, 2 hours later, my beba, Mia, she sent me David as well. And she
Really?
said they both, the same day, within 2 hours of each other,
Trip out.
they both sent me, because she said, how about this guy, beba?
Yeah.
And Lexi said, how about this guy, Shelly? It was like, same. I mean, of all TikTok, you know what I'm trying to say?
Well, yes. So I saw you before.
Oh, really?
Before the
In that-
show. And so my thing is, and maybe this is me, I normally think big, but maybe this is me thinking small, especially with artists.
Yeah.
I'm like, I immediately was like, where is he? And I saw you're in California.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, well, I'll never.
Yeah,
I'll
right?
never-
Isn't
I'll
that
never meet
crazy?
him. He'll
Yeah.
never work with anybody here because California is California and Texas is Texas.
Right.
So the fact that you came and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I've seen him. Like, I've seen his stuff on TikTok.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
The same thing is happening with Miriam.
Yeah.
Miriam is another one that's on TikTok. Miriam Lopez. She's from the Oregon area. And we got, my fans were tagging my name on her videos. Like, you need to talk to Shelly Lares. You need to talk to Shelly Lares. Her too. She didn't know me. She didn't know any Tejano either.
Really?
And so I brought her for Fiesta for a showcase. I did the same week. I had done another showcase the Saturday before Fiesta Latina.
Oh.
So I was working 2 shows
Wow.
of like 40 songs.
Man.
And I was dealing with 4 artists over there and 4 artists over here.
Yeah.
And so I said, hey, since you're because she was coming to the show, she was just gonna come be a guest, and I said, well, why don't you make some money? I want you to be part of my showcase. Said and tell your TikTok followers that you're gonna be in San Antonio. And so when she came, her followers showed up. And they were
Really?
like, thank you for bringing her to San Antonio.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be producing some stuff for her as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. And we need young artists.
Oh yeah.
And I say we like I'm old, but
No.
I've been listening to Tejano my whole life.
Yeah.
My whole life. And
Right.
so I'll go to, even on my Spotify, like my Spotify is all over the place.
Right.
And it'll still be like the OG stuff.
Yes.
And I'm like, man, like this is great, but we need new stuff.
Right.
And I've had this conversation with other Tejano artists here in town too, because I've talked to a lot of artists.
Right.
And I'm like, how do you feel about Tejano? And the older ones are like, well, we're doing what we can, and
Yeah.
we're out basically. And then the younger ones are like, well, it's kind of not the younger Tejano artists, but younger generation
Right.
is like, oh, it's dead.
Yeah.
It's not dead.
Right.
It's not dead.
Right.
And I have a friend who does Tejano hip hop, And so he's signed to a label,
Yeah.
and he's like, no, we're bringing the shit back.
Yeah,
like we're
right.
gonna make it bigger and
Right,
better, and it's
right.
but change is needed, and some
Yeah.
of the older artists aren't okay with the
Yeah.
change.
Some of them aren't.
And
Some of them aren't. Some of
So-
them aren't.
Yeah.
You know, again, some of them are very closed-minded, and some of them have valid points, you
Sure.
know, but not all of them. And I mean, I've been a huge advocate for the new generation and the new artists, and I've given them I've opened doors, you know, I've cracked it open for them, and I'm like, look, this is your opportunity. I'm not going to hold your hand through the doorway.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, give this artist a chance.
Yeah.
Same thing for the Tejano Music Awards. I approached him and I said, you know, let me produce an emerging artist segment.
Yeah.
I said, because the Tejano Music Awards have never had brand new artists perform. And why? Because the veterans are the ones that sell the tickets, you know, so they say. But I'm like, yeah, but we need something new. We need it to be exciting. We need to show these new artists that they have something to look forward to also. So they're like, okay. But mind you, they allowed me to produce that segment because I've contributed to this industry
Sure.
for 40 years. And I've been part of the Tejano Music Awards since I started. Since 1982, I've been part of the Tejano Music Awards. So that's why I say, you know, you can't come in as a new artist and start throwing your opinions around when you really haven't contributed much to this industry.
True.
You know what I'm
You
trying
have
to
to
say?
pay your dues.
Yeah, you do. So, but I've been a big advocate for it. And I've spoken to, I'll tell you about Gibby Velasquez, who's one of our most iconic Tejano producers. Manny Guerra, who was my first executive producer, was his mentor. When Gibby Velasquez was starting to change the sound of the Latin breed, Manny was like, you can't do that. You know, why are you doing that? And Gibby was like, because we need something new, right?
Sure.
Then fast forward a few years, about 25 years later, I'm in the studio with Gibby doing a project with him. And he's like, yeah, but these new artists this and these new artists that. I said, well, he goes, Manny, you know, he told me back in the day that. I said, well, you're Manny now. You've turned into him. I'm like, so listen to yourself and put yourself in that mentality that you were back as a young producer, and tap into those feelings, because that's how these new artists are feeling.
Yep.
And so I think when you put it to them in that perspective, they're like, oh yeah. But then we're on the other side of the spectrum, where people are recording half-ass shit. They are.
Yeah.
They're producing crap. I'm sorry. They're not working with top-notch people who know what they're doing. And now technology, people think, oh, I can record myself at home. Yeah, you can. But do you really know what you're doing? You know? And so I get it. You know, our level of standard. And I'm hoping that the new artists bring something exciting to Tejano.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And an artist should have a lot of different elements. It's
sure.
not just one. I mean, it's personality, it's talent, it's charisma, it's stage presence, you know. And everybody asks me, they're like, "What about his stage presence?" I said, "He was born with it."
Oh, thank you guys.
But it's just personality, and Tejano fans, they appreciate you when you're you, and they know when you're not.
Yep.
They do.
Oh yeah. That's people in general.
I was gonna say that's in general.
You can
that's
tell.
the thing.
I've always, like, even in my interviews and all that, I've always been me.
Yeah.
I can't be anybody else.
Right.
Nor am I going to try.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can't fake the funk, and I'm not gonna lie about
Right,
shit. Like,
right.
this is who
That's
I
right.
am.
They can
You
see
like
right
it, you
through
love
it.
it.
And not
You hate
everybody's
it,
gonna
whatever.
like you.
And
Yeah.
they don't.
And I tell the artists, you know, they
That's
get,
okay.
you know, social media has
Yeah.
really brainwashed people in that sense that everybody's got, they're making a comment that's not good. You know,
Everybody has an opinion.
It's okay if people
Everyone
don't
does.
like you.
I was just telling Shelly that I was like, hey, they were
making fun of his
making
earrings.
my plugs,
gauges.
and wearing the
Haters.
traje, you know. They're like, ay, qué bonita se mira la niña con sus aretes, and I was like,
You're like,
Screw
make it
you
look
guys,
good.
yeah.
Make it look good. Thank
I
you.
laugh
Yeah,
at them, dude.
yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah.
always gonna be haters, and
Yeah, they're
and
always gonna
haters are
be.
they're still pumping you up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
They're still watching.
they're still
Yeah,
watching.
They're
you know what I
getting
mean?
you views.
Yeah, they're
I'm entertaining you somehow with my aretes, homie.
Yeah, I
you
know, right? You should have said, "I'll buy you some. What's your address?"
I know. You want some? I'll take you some jade ones, papa.
You want matching?
¿Verdad? You want to match twinsies?
But it's true, you know, that, you know, the artists, they get all down and they're like, you know, so-and-so doesn't like me. And I would always say at the end of my show, you know, especially during my last year, I'm like, even if you've never been a Shelly Lares fan, that is fine. as long as you continue to support my beautiful genre. That's
Yeah.
all I want.
Yeah.
Whether it's even if it's with another artist or whatever. But I've always, and of course, being true to who you are yourself, creating your own lane. I mean, I never worried about what was, I really built my career with blinders on and focusing on myself and what my band and I wanted to create and how we wanted to perform. And I think that's probably been the best thing. That's why it's in our Shell Shock Records 3 motto. It's God, family, integrity, uniqueness, and being true to who you are. Those are that is what we live by at Shell Shock.
Everybody should.
Yeah, we live by that in that order.
Yeah.
Exactly. God is always first. We lead with God. God leads the way for us, and we are grateful for the opportunities, and we're even grateful for the ones that pass us up.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a reason why. But he gets excited when people message him and they're interested in the show, and I'm like, David, they're scamming you, David. This isn't real.
It's a scam.
I'm like, don't, just send them to me. I'm like, just send them to me. I know what to do. But it's my job to protect him in that sense as well, because yes, he's talented, and there will be promotional shows that he does.
Sure.
But also, it's his talent and his, I have to protect that part of his career.
So because you've taken him on, do you feel like, because a lot of people pay their dues, right? They do the pulga and they do the quinces. Are you opposed to him doing that because you're immediately putting him at this level, or is that so okay?
No, he's still going to be doing like the one guy shows, a few of them, not very long, because I do have his band, so it's not going to be for very long. He's doing a wedding next year also.
Nice.
That the bride is a Disney fanatic.
Yeah.
And she strictly wanted him because of the way he sings Disney songs.
Oh.
I love Disney, so
That's what got him the show. and I mean, they paid it. So I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Here you go.
Yeah.
But it's just and that's where my experience is. I know kind of where to say, yeah, David, we're gonna not go for as much here, but this is why.
Sure.
Yeah.
So question for you.
Yeah.
Now that you're new to Texas and San Antonio, we are huge on community, and we're huge on trying to support one another where we can, right?
Yes.
But how do you plan on being active in the community?
As much as I can, like you said, I'm new to this. So Shelly's kind of like introducing me to all the sightseeing and everything that there is around here. So I'm trying to get involved as much as I can. I'm only a month into being the Texas life.
Yeah.
The only prior experience I have to Texas is the military life I had here near Fort Hood. Other than that, I didn't really expand. My first time in San Antonio was Fiesta Latina. So, I, as much as I can, I'm very supportive of all the new artists and even the veteran ones. Again, like anytime that I can come out and help the community out.
Which
I'm
is
more
crazy
than willing
that you
to.
asked him that and that he said that, because that is one of the things I would like for him to do, being we are a military city.
Yep.
We have a lot of different areas. For him to actually do a performance for the military.
Absolutely.
Back in the day, they used to do the USO tours and all of that.
Yeah.
But I'm doing a really big one, whether it's, 4th of July or something like that, where, he can, because he is one of them, his brothers and sisters in the military.
Absolutely.
So, doing something like that would be really amazing, because we do have a lot of vets that are struggling, with mental health or depression or things like that. And I think, just going and entertaining them for a little while would be really good for him.
Yeah. But outside of that, so, I mean, of course, supporting local artists, but I'm a huge proponent on supporting local businesses and people in the community. So I think it would be great even for you to, I'm at this hole-in-the-wall barbecue place. Or
Absolutely.
Place, and
I mean, when she takes me out of places, I'm always Snapchatting, like,
Yeah.
hey, this place tacos are
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I'm a huge supporter when it comes to stuff like that. I love hole-in-the-wall places, especially.
We're going to be doing the Puro Pedo show too, and
Yeah.
that's at a little bar
Okay.
type thing. So he'll be singing some songs there.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love hole-in-the-wall places. They're my
Yeah.
spots. I love them.
I'm also thinking we have some, because I'm with the Riverwalk.
Yes.
And
She's not wearing her crown today.
I'm not wearing my
I
crown
haven't
today.
been there yet either.
Yeah. You haven't been to the Riverwalk?
He has
No.
not.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
I'm a
He's
virgin to all this stuff.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
Riverwalk virgin.
I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up. I'll take you. I'll walk through. I'll be like, excuse me.
No. But you got to wear the crown and the sash, girl.
I'll wear the crown.
Got to wear the crown and the
Make
sash.
way.
The queen is entering.
You're like, I don't know who you are. No, so I'm thinking, because we do have, parades and events. It would be cool to have you maybe singing on one of the floats.
Oh,
I would love that.
That'd be amazing.
For a
That would be
parade?
super
Heck
dope.
yeah.
Yes.
I love doing the river parades and parade, and
Yeah.
I was honored to be the honorary grand marshal for the fiesta, the flambeau. So
Yes.
heck yeah, those are the definite goals for.
And we
for
just
him.
did armed forces.
Oh,
had,
what?
I known, I would have.
I know. Next year, God willing.
I
God
would have had
willing.
you on there.
No,
we
yeah.
had room.
Yeah.
I would've had
Any way I can help,
Yeah.
I'm
But-
That would have been
for it.
awesome.
Yeah, but definitely moving forward.
I'm
Yeah.
absolutely up for
I'll
it. Yeah.
connect with y'all.
Yes,
For sure.
Well,
thank you.
we're already connected. But
For sure.
whatever.
Yeah.
I'll hit you guys up. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
But community is very important.
Huge.
Yes.
It's very, very important.
We're very big on that, and a lot of
Yes, we
people
are.
will. Yes, again, supporting local artists, but a lot of people in San Antonio, because you're new, some people are like, I don't know who that is. Oh,
Right.
he's from
Yeah.
Cali. And then if they see you supporting, the local businesses and things like that, and they're all right. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I
it
guess
takes
he's
time.
all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
it takes time.
No, you're
because
right.
Either they love you or they're very weary of you.
Yeah.
And so that's the only thing. San Antonio people are really nice.
Right.
And we need new people.
And San
We need-
Antonio loves music.
love it.
I mean,
No, man, they've been super
it's-
welcoming to
yeah.
me.
I
Everybody
mean, we're the
has.
only city that throws a party for everything.
Literally everything.
We really do.
Yeah.
We have parties for everything. We throw fiestas for everything.
Yeah.
We're like,
there's a baby shower and then there's a party when the baby's born.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
and
I'll
there's-
bring the carne asada.
Oh, and there's a cake at every single baby party.
Yeah, we're
they're
always
like, kids go
throwing
to bed.
parties.
Oh,
yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Ponlos en el cuarto.
Yeah. Go play video games. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're just excited. I mean, working on because it's going to be a full album. It's not going to be an EP.
So exciting. Yeah.
So it will be a full album, which I will still be manufacturing vinyl and CD. Actual hard copy. I know some of them people are like CD, but I'm still going to do it for those fans
I'm
that
a
still want to
vinyl.
collect them. And it's really, it's for a lot of reasons. Of course, I want to be able to have that available for his fans.
Yeah.
But I really want it for him.
Yeah.
I want
I'm
him
excited.
to be able to, get that very first press of the
Yeah.
vinyl, like I did my album.
I think that's
And I saw it being made and pressed, and
Man.
I got to hold the very first copy. And I mean, that's what I want for him, because it's so different when music, of course, as we all know, I mean, all we do is, it's in our phone and it's there. But with an album or a CD, it's like, you can look at it and it just really gives you a different sense of appreciation.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
My son just got his first vinyl
Wow.
and
Oh,
he
for
is
real?
super excited.
And he likes it.
Loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a record player and there's something about it.
It is.
just-
I mean, but let me tell you, I mean, technology has changed so much, and I'll always be a huge fan of analog recording, which is the old way of doing things, and it just had a much warmer sound. Now, yes, you're making albums, but they're still digitally done, digitally recorded, so they're a lot cleaner than the
Yeah.
back in the day recordings.
Yeah.
But they still look cool.
Yeah.
They still look cool.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to do some kind of rapid fire stuff
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
off the dome.
Oh, snap.
wanna
Okay.
see
Okay. Oh, you're in it too.
Oh, dang it. Dang.
All right. Favorite artist of all time.
Michael Bublé.
Favorite artist you've ever worked with.
Vince Gill.
Oh. Okay. Favorite food.
Tacos de asada.
Oh, okay. Like asado de mexicana.
Yeah, absolutely.
Breakfast tacos. You don't do breakfast tacos in Cali?
Not yet.
Not yet. No.
You still you haven't had a taco yet.
You haven't had a
Every
breakfast
time we
taco?
go eat, you don't eat
It's not
you don't
breakfast
eat my
time.
kind of taco.
It's not bread.
I still ate a bean and cheese.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Oh
breakfast.
my God.
Tacos
I
de
know.
asada con cebolla y cilantro. That's my stuff.
That's all right. Yeah, he's Mexicano. He's for real.
you need
He's a
the-
legit Mexican.
You need the kind of with the cheese.
I like the habanero sauce and everything.
Yeah. No, not me.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it, but I have to be in the mood.
Okay. Favorite taco.
Sushi. Oh, taco? Bean and cheese.
She said sushi. Oh, shit.
Thought it was my favorite
shit.
food.
No. Y'all getting different questions.
Favorite taco is bean and cheese.
Okay.
On corn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
On corn.
Okay. All right. I like the lard. Who needs
Yeah.
yeah.
You're like, the other stuff's boring.
Whatever. Yeah. Okay. Favorite genre of music.
Jazz.
Oh.
Blues, jazz, yeah.
Favorite genre to perform?
Country.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Dream artist to work with?
Michael Bublé.
I knew he was gonna
You know
say
what? I'm
that.
just gonna type Michael Bublé, please.
I know, man.
Like he's gonna see this. You know what? He could see this. He's
Yeah,
gonna
he
see
could.
it. Yeah,
He
yeah.
is gonna see
He's
this.
gonna
What do you
see
mean?
it.
Will.
He's gonna see it, and then I went backstage.
You
past
better see it, bastard.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Fool.
Yeah.
We're all cussing him out already.
Yeah. Jerk now.
I know.
Please work with him. Yeah.
Right?
Please, dog.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay. If you could bring back any artist in time, who would you work with?
Selena. Yeah, for sure.
You worked with her.
I never got. I mean,
Never?
well, we did shows, but we never. I guess if you want to count my being on Baila Esta Cumbia and I'm doing the haze, then I guess yeah,
I count that,
I'm on the song.
but
yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
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 R.I.P.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah. I would like to do something fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be dope.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Okay. What's your sign?
Scorpio.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Fire.
You know,
Fire.
I'm loyal to the T, but don't
Yes.
cross me.
Yes. Oh, I love my Scorpios. I love them.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we're very passionate.
Very,
Yeah.
very. But I
Yeah.
love it. I'm here for it. What's your sign?
Libra.
Okay.
And you want to know what? It's crazy
You're
because
chill.
I'm chilling.
a lot of my really best friends are Libras too. My best friend in high school is a Libra.
Really?
Bling, my Bling too is a Libra.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
My son's a Libra.
Oh,
He's
for real?
Super
Yeah.
chill.
Órale.
Yeah. I'm on. Are you alive? Are you good?
Yeah.
Hey, fool, breathe.
Yeah. Favorite ice cream?
I'd have to say orange sherbet.
Orange sherbet?
Yeah. Is that considered ice cream?
No.
Okay, well then banana, what is it? Banana, not banana nut, right? Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Banana nut?
Yeah.
It's ice cream?
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, Google's.
It
Yeah, we're
is
gonna have to
one.
Google it.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at it while you ask him the next question. Y'all don't know what y'all are talking about.
All right. Dream vacation.
Ooh, Bora Bora.
Oh.
It is. You see?
Damn, she got that one fast. You had that pre-typed.
Dang.
Bluebell.
Nut. Banana nut.
That's what I said.
Oh, just kidding.
Just kidding.
That's what I said, y'all.
We're just testing.
Okay, favorite thing to cook. Do you cook?
Oh, yeah. I used to own a restaurant. I was part
Oh.
of an owner of a
So-
restaurant,
so
so I
not
got burned
anymore.
out on that. Favorite thing to cook? I guess not. Oh, I love to barbecue.
Okay.
I'm a barbecue fanatic.
Favorite thing to barbecue?
Chicken, probably chicken and steak. Well, everything. Anything you can barbecue.
Okay. How do you like your steak done?
Medium rare.
Okay, good. Ooh, I was so worried.
I like a little bit of blood in my cow.
Oh, dang.
I like it to moo a little bit.
Yeah. Me too. Like, that's the only way to eat a steak.
Yes.
Yes.
I wouldn't say rare. Mine is medium. I think.
Medium?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know.
I like to make sure it's dead.
I
That's
know.
good.
I don't want it kicking me.
Okay. Favorite drink?
Diet Sunkissed orange.
That is so random. Nobody's ever said that before.
Really?
No. Okay. Same.
Modelo.
But
the
ask
lime
him
and
when he
stuff?
drinks it.
When do you drink it?
Shit, when I'm not singing or around Shelly.
You not when he's around
No,
me.
when I'm around Shelly. Like, favorite drink around Shelly? Water, no ice.
Water night. Oh, because the cold, right?
Because alcohol is not good for your vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, alcohol dehydrates you.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's why
so-
everybody
I know
gets so
that.
thirsty the next day when you're hungover.
Yeah.
So it's a
So
rarity now.
it's really bad for your vocals. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it?
But I make the bombest micheladas. And
As is
Oh,
spicy
liar.
foods.
Swear.
As
I
are
swear.
spicy foods.
Look.
Yes, I know. So I had to. I'm a big taco guy and salsa, so I had to put that aside.
And the cheese.
And the shiz.
Oh, no.
I had
'Cause
to
of
Cheese
put
dairy?
too.
all the
And
stuff.
caffeine.
Yes. I had to put a lot of stuff.
Ew,
there.
you can't eat.
No,
I'm gonna blink
being
twice if you
being
need
a
help.
true vocalist, it takes a lot of discipline.
Yeah. Blink.
She scared me, dude. She's like, you can pop. I was like, I could pop a vocal cord, and I was
Well,
like,
see, he was doing a
Okay.
show, and they were
Yeah.
like, "Take a shot of tequila," and I was like, "If I ever see you do that again,
slap the
like
hell
it's
out
not
of
gonna happen." He goes, "Why? What could happen?" And I started showing him all the research of really what vocals and what could happen. It
Yeah.
can rupture, and I go, and once you pop and
yeah.
rupture, that you can. Sometimes you can't ever go back.
Yeah.
yeah.
so
So I got scared,
he
and I was
stopped.
like, I'm good. I'm good on that. Yeah. So
Oh
I
my
take care of
God.
myself when it comes to that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he likes
on the
Modelo.
break
I do
days,
too. Modelo's good.
Yeah.
So I did top micheladas in the city. I have a list.
Oh, I have
Do you
to
like
make you one.
micheladas?
Yeah, I love
He
micheladas.
said he
I
would
make
come back for
micheladas.
us.
Oh, that's right. You did say
make
that.
them,
You
yeah.
did say that.
Tay don't like. She says I don't like your spicy tomato drinks. So I have to make them though.
my
But she don't like.
favorite.
She don't like beer though.
Yeah.
But I'll make it. I'll make it.
Yeah.
I'll make you one.
Okay, but Dos
like-
Equis.
Yeah, she went to with Dos Equis.
Yeah.
That's how
Oh,
Mia,
Dos Equis?
Yeah.
Mia
Okay.
drinks hers like that with Dos Equis.
Yeah.
Dos Equis?
I
Okay.
don't do Modelo.
Yeah.
It's very like, oh.
Really?
Reminds me of,
I
like,
feel
my
like Dos
grandpa.
Equis is like that.
I feel,
Oh.
yeah.
I think
To me, it
Modelo's
has, like-
smooth.
Yeah. Yeah.
although,
Modelo especial.
although if I had to pick between Modelo and Corona Premier, Corona Premier.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot smoother than Modelo.
Yeah.
I like
Says the
Modelo's
person
with
that doesn't really drink.
Yeah.
I know.
But my favorite alcoholic drink is a Fireball.
Oh my God.
You like cherry NyQuil? That's what that is.
Who hurt you?
Who hurt?
That's what Beba said when she first met me, and
no.
she goes, "Do you you know really?" I said, "No, I don't really drink because I was performing still. I mean, I do like to have a drink, trust me, but I get so sleepy. I want to enjoy myself and have a drink.
Yeah.
but I swear it makes me tired,
It's Mimi's time after it.
Oh.
and then
Makes me
I
twerk.
wind up wanting to go home. You know, I'd rather not drink
same. Yeah.
and have fun, and
Yeah.
But no, and I like to when we go to the river or whatever. If I'm gonna drink, I'll fill it up with ice and just kind of sip on it throughout the day.
Wild.
Yeah, I love it. I love Fireball.
Oh God.
Patron Silver or some proper
Tequila, nah, could never do it.
Patron?
Yeah, Patron Silver or
Ew.
proper 12.
The only
That's
tequila
it.
that I
Who are
liked
you?
Yeah,
was
whiskey.
Mar Azul. They're the only one
Mar
that I
Azul?
like.
Yeah, I like Mar Azul.
They're the only tequila that
They're really
I
good.
can tolerate.
They're my sponsors.
The coconut
Yeah,
one.
that I can only tolerate,
Yes.
but not the Patron in that.
Really?
Oh, no.
I can only drink it by itself too. I can't drink it with nothing else. I sip it by itself. Chill.
No.
Hornitos, Herradura, Mar Azul,
Yeah, Mar Azul.
Saint
Cazadores.
Maya. Yes.
Cazadores.
Those are okay. Not Patron, like sorry. Lost some cool points. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so what's your general style? Like, how would you describe yourself? If somebody says, like, what artist are you? Or like, what's your fashion style even? Like, how do
My
you describe
fashion
yourself?
style? Damn, I feel like recently I feel like a just dad. I'm all dadded out.
dad.
Unless I'm like dressed up. I don't
How
know.
do I get the high socks?
The high socks, I know.
He's wearing his Chucks today.
Yeah, I'm wearing my Chucks, I don't know.
I was being a traitor. I didn't wear my J's. I wore my Adidas
Dang.
today.
The higher
I
the
know.
socks, the downer the food. But today I got
And it's funny you asked that because I just did his photo shoot for his electronic press kit, that we send
Yeah.
out for shows. And there's all different looks to him. He's wearing a suit, so he looks like a GQ guy.
Yeah.
And then he's in his traje, straight on mariachi. And then he's in his jeans and a t-shirt with a cowboy hat on.
Okay.
So-
Not like I feel like you're like a rocker vibe. Right
Well,
now.
I already
Yeah.
have pictures of him like that with his plaid and.
Yeah, I like
You know,
I like the
that's
rocker
more the
style.
casual look, I
The-
guess.
like rockabilly.
It's not a phase mom type fool.
Yeah,
you know?
I swear. Mom, yeah.
Yeah.
Stop, you
Get
don't
out of my room,
understand.
So I
Mom.
would say he's got
Yeah.
about 4 different styles.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
You
my
have to
days
be
off, I
versatile.
got like the jorts and the New Balances with the high
Stop
white socks.
it.
Yeah.
The tucked in,
Stop it.
No, you don't.
The polo.
You just wear your
Mowing
dad
the lawn.
chanclas.
Yeah.
The dad chanclas.
Yeah, he wears his dad chanclas. That's
No,
it.
what are dad chanclas?
Yeah.
The dad slides.
Slides.
The
With the
slides.
socks?
The slides with the socks.
Oh
yeah.
my
With the high
God.
socks.
He does it, but it's okay. He's a dad.
Yeah.
Hey man, the toddlers drive me crazy. Sometimes I don't feel like doing my hair, man. Yeah. Sometimes I don't
Yeah,
feel like
it's
having
weird
the
when I see him
suavecito.
without his hair all like. He reminds me of my nephew. My nephew was
Is
always
it all
combed.
crazy?
My hair is just like
Yeah,
it's still to the side, but I'm like my kid, bro. It makes me not feel suavecito.
You know?
It's okay.
Yeah, they'd be like
It's
that.
okay though.
Yeah.
they be like that.
You
I
know?
get him all suavecito though.
Yeah,
And
you're
then,
like, eh. Yeah, your kids are so cute.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. How does your wife and kids feel about being here?
Oh, they love it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love it. They're my kid, the youngest one. His skin is crazy, but he was the only one that was born in Texas. So he's the
Ah.
only true Texan.
Yeah, he is.
He's the only true Texan. So he's a wild and out
He
kid.
calls me Twelly.
Yeah, 20.
Twelly. Aw.
20, but he's he's loving it here. He loves the open country.
Yeah.
They all love it.
Well, what
They
open
love the
country?
food. We all love the food. I gained 40 pounds while being here.
Yeah,
So,
he was
I mean,
skinny.
I was
Like,
super skinny, man. Like I could not gain a pound to save my life. So
Welcome to Texas.
yeah, she was like, wait till you come here, dude.
Yeah.
You'll gain it. And then I was like, I don't think I fit in my traje no more.
I know.
I'm gonna have to hit a mariachi connection again.
You just get a rubber band. You do like when like you're pregnant, when the girls get pregnant, but they're like in between sizes.
Yeah.
That's
Like
funny.
maternity
That's
pants?
cute.
Yeah, no, but I started hitting the gym like
Yeah.
that because, man, these tacos, they don't.
You don't want a
they
dad
don't
bod with your
forgive.
jorts?
Hombre, I'm good, dude.
No, we have an image that he's
I
got to
have to,
uphold.
you know, the
Yeah,
gut is
figure out.
not sexy.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right. So we do have to wrap up. But was there anything that you wanted to talk about before?
No, we just want to say thank you to all of the fans and of
Yeah.
course all your fans
Absolutely.
for
Yes.
tuning in and watching, and thank you for the amazing work that you contribute to everything, for a lot of artists, for a lot of organizations, for our city and beyond. Now you can be seen anywhere in the world, so and heard. But thank you for that and for having us, and
you.
be on the lookout. El Gallo Des full album, God willing, will be out by the end of the year. But we do have a new single, maybe two, that are going to drop at the same time.
Okay.
So be on the lookout for that. Of course, new music videos and shows will be coming. We're already starting to book, but we're excited about it and hope to come to your city or town.
Yeah.
Yes.
How
I
does
say
it-
town.
Y'all, much love.
You can reach out to me. It's through my email. It's shelly.lares@shellshockrecords3.com.
Okay. And then
Yes.
same for you.
Oh, and you can find me on all social medias, TikTok, Instagram, under El Gallo Des, El_Gallo_DEZ, and on Facebook under Des Music.
Anything you want to say to your fans?
Oh, yeah. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for even welcoming me into the Tejano industry and just welcoming me, period. And thank you for having me again.
Of course.
I'm super grateful to be here and for you guys welcoming me as a new member to your guys' genre and community. I love Texas. I love being here. I already got my cowboy hat. Thanks for Shelly. So I'm getting sanctioned in for sure. But I'm super grateful to be here, and I couldn't be more thankful to God and everyone that's welcomed me in, and how warm the welcome's been.
Yeah.
And I hope you guys expect for me to give back as well. for you
Yeah.
guys
And if
welcoming
you're
me.
in the LA area, he's going to be there September 30th. He's going to be at the the Ford Amphitheater.
Yes.
That's going to be a really big show.
Nice.
Yes,
So
I'll be
it's-
there with Lupita Infante, Mariachi Lindas Mexicanas, Doris Anaí. So I'll be there September 30th. It's a Saturday. You guys can get tickets at theford.com. And it's going to be an awesome show. It's Canciones de mi Madre, a reimagining of Linda Ronstadt's iconic album Canciones de mi Padre.
Nice. Well, congratulations. I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
for you. I know that you're going to be huge.
Thank you so
And
much.
with Shelly as your not only producer and everything, but also fan, I think you have to be a fan to an extent.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
I mean, the sky's the limit. So
It is.
I'm super excited
I'm
for
excited.
you.
Thank you.
Super
Thank
excited.
you
For
so
and I'm
much.
super excited for you.
Me too.
And your
Thank
label
you.
and everything you have going
Thank
on.
you. I got a lot of things
Yes.
happening,
A
but
ton.
I'm super blessed. God is,
Yes.
giving. I'm accepting the blessings as they come, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
So grateful for it all.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you.
Yes, guys, again, like, share, follow, show love to the legend and to the upcoming legend.
Oh,
Yeah. So be sure to follow me at Riverwalk Queen _Norteño 210 NORTNO 210. And I am on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. That's all I'm giving you. So,
and everywhere else you can follow.
yeah. And Threads now.
There's a
So
new
follow
one.
me
There's
on
a new
Threads
one.
now.
There's a new one.
Yeah, don't follow me on Snap.
We're done about
Yeah.
to get it today.
Threads.
Yes,
Yeah.
Threads. So yes, thank you so much for listening and or for watching. And again, be sure to share, like, follow, all that. And I will see you next time. Bye.
Hasta luego.